Peekaboo. Ah! We're in the void. Ooh. I said we're in the void. We're in the void. Hi. Melanie Oni-chan, Melanie Fisty. Sipping on that alcohol. It's water. Oh, I almost spilled it all over me. She's here and she's happy. That's true. The Melanie the consultant 427. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, kitties. Melanie Boon 126. Good morning, Ryu 137. Good morning, Success. Good morning, Accentique. Hi, 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 hi. The Melanie Black Tea Ramos. You've returned. Manning Sheeple, Manning Squirtle Squad, Manning Kanan. Marry me, please. Oh, I feel shy. Manning Cirrus. Manning Rainy Danny Zero. Good morning, Crimson Kitty 09. How you doing? Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. Wagwan, meow, meow. Ah. I need to unban someone from Twitch. Quick, how do I do that? I forgot. I forgot to do it earlier. I don't remember what he did. I don't remember if I banned him or not, but I think I need to unban someone. Hi, Miss Anna Elliott again. How are you? How are you? A pleasure to see you over on this side. Let's. If you were Twitch's banned people, where would you be hiding? Where the heck would you be hiding? Which part of the setting? Community, maybe? Don't think so. No, maybe this community. I don't know. Anyway, good morning, Lux of Fate. Thank you for calling me Maple. Slash unban. I don't remember how. I don't remember the type. I don't know the number of the title. Under my table, found a private server for Monster Hunt. Cool. Wah, 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 wah. Bear with me a little bit. Meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Maybe stream manager? Can't be. Definitely not analytics. Activity? Content? Definitely not. Duration. Like, it would be smart to be, but of course, in here. Analytic things. Um, you know, okay, give me a gonna have to look this up because Twitch is not really making this easy for how's everybody doing today? Sorry, I'm being really awkward. Okay. Yep, we just took a bunch of screenshots. That's fine. This is okay. That's what I gotta do. Dashboard, creator dashboard, settings. Settings, moderation. Oh, it's hidden. It's hidden under advanced settings for some reason. Okay, fine. What the heck is his name again? Okay. Okay. Easy. Finished. Did it. Mounting Lethal K, thank you for calling me Ma. How are you doing today, Lem? I'm doing okay, Blem. How are you? I think. I asked that already. Good morning, good Maxine bot cell. Caught in 4K. Oh, I forgot to turn off the... This is so awkward. It's so damn awkward. I hate it here. I hate it here. I was having a good time. Is that not why you have mods? Nope. I just have mods for show, apparently. I don't have mods for, practical purposes. It's just show. Good morning, Mr. Good Cat Gaming. Good morning here, got him today. How you been? How you been? How you been? Taking a selfie on stream. Wah, wah, wah. Anyway, I'm in a surprisingly good mood, even though I think I'm losing my voice after streaming another 8.5 hours today. It was a really good stream. If you missed it, you missed out. Sorry. Commanding Egigoka, thank you for calling me Queen. How are you? Commanding Bongai, how are you? Got some more good lessons from our boy Marcus Aurelius this morning. He was talking about... What the heck was that guy talking about? He was talking about something. I think he was cooking, but... Did you stream it on YouTube? Yeah, I stream every day on Twitch and Kick at 8 o'clock Universal. You know? Because that's Love Talk. But I also stream every day until every day until I no longer do on YouTube and Odyssey during the daytime. Come on, Piscana, long time no see. Meow, 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 meow. Sorry, Mr. Tutor being overextended. That's totally fine. Totally fine. It's on YouTube or Odyssey under More Miss Moon. More Miss Moon. So if you can't get enough of the stupid cat girl, you can get more of the stupid cat girl on YouTube. You could get more of the stupid cat girl on YouTube. How in the world do you handle streaming that much? It's not incredible. I feel slightly hurt from the people who have congratulated me about my stamina, as if stamina was ever really the issue. It had nothing to do with stamina, boys. The reason why I didn't stream more is because I have a really... My laptop started falling apart when I started streaming more and doing more things. So I tried to, as a workaround, because I couldn't afford to get a new laptop, I said, okay, how can I go live every day without overworking my laptop? And that's how Love Talk came to be, by the way. This is how that show came into fruition. And then, a little while later, I got the Linux PC, but I still really liked things, how they are set up on the Mac, and then I was awkward about moving everything over. I still, it's not, though. Anyway, where was I going with this? Yeah, stamina was literally never the issue. The reason why I didn't stream long was because of my laptop. The reason why I streamed for a short while early in the morning is because I don't live alone, I live with family, and sometimes it's really loud during the day, and I thought it would be annoying in the background for both the audience and for me if I was trying to do a performance, during the day while all of that was going on. And then, so like, you can find proof of this because when I first started streaming on Kick, my first streams were all like 2 to 3 hours long, some of them a bit longer. And then I started having issues with my laptop and it was overheating and VTube Studio would freeze, so I stopped doing that. I'm more surprised that I've been able to, like, withstand or tolerate the background noise in my physical environment during streaming. Because the thing is, like, when I try to do work and I hear toddlers screaming or my stepdad making a lot of noise or whatever it is, whatever happens to be going on, when I hear a lot of commotion, it like jolts me out of whatever I'm paying attention to, and I find it really grating and irritating when I have to listen to a lot of sounds that I didn't decide on my own that I wanted to hear. And actually today something happened with that, cuz like basically the reason why it's working is because I'm spending the majority of the stream doing reading with really loud rain sounds. So I have rain sounds in the background for me, not for the stream, but just for me. I listen to that and I read books like I normally would any other day. Today I did briefly, I tried to do some video editing while on stream, and I got super triggered by toddler screams, so I had to stop doing that because again, yeah, the background noise, because when I'm editing my own footage, um it's just my voice that I'm listening to, and there's not enough noise to drown out things in the background. So like, it's like a trial and error thing, but I'm surprised because like, yeah, it just works out really well. Also, these are not streams for entertainment or for fun for the audience. They're streams for accountability for me. Like, it's like, I'm working from home. I'm working from home on a job just like anyone else. I've had jobs before, so there's nothing really that great about it. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, and good night to all the kitty cats in the world. This is Love Talk with Mrs. Moonson, but today's is going to be short because I no longer feel like streaming. That's the way my mood goes. Okay, what books do you read? Thank you for asking me, Anna. Lately, I try to keep one book in my rotation that's something to do with like philosophy or the way of living life. So after I finished the Tao, I picked up some books on Stoicism and I'm reading meditations. Then my biggest interests and curiosities right now are kind of a mix between like just like nonfiction, a little bit of history, a little bit of like economics. I'm interested in math, numbers, and the way the world works and the way humans think. So it's like a mix of that. I do read fiction in my leisure time. I read fiction in my leisure time, but I don't read fiction during the stream. Anyway, and then in addition, speaking of thing, today's anime. This is for today because I haven't been watching anime. I didn't get to watch any episodes of anime today because I'm stuck on exercise 1.14. Listen, I don't understand order of growth. I'm not going to give up until I understand it. But I'm enjoying it so much. Listen, I hate my life very much, and I make that very obvious. I talk about that a lot. But the only thing that's been making me so, 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 so happy these days is this book really. Honestly, this book, it's so much fun. It's so good. My brain hurts, but I'm enjoying it a lot. This anime is kind of hard to follow, but I like it. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. Um, I don't recommend it, but I like it a lot. The reason why I don't recommend it is because I'm enjoying it so much that I want to keep it for myself. I don't want to share it with you. But if you're really curious, it's available for free on the internet. You don't even have to pirate it. It's like it's an open book. You could just there's like a website and everything. You could just like get the book. Is there fan service? A little bit. I mean section chapter 1, section 1.2 got a little bit, it got a little bit exciting with those Fibonacci numbers, you know? You know? You know? The question of the day is, what has therapy done for you? It's always fun doing these long streams on YouTube because a lot of, I don't know, YouTube algorithm is kind of it's different. It's different. It sends a lot of people my way, and they have all these curious questions. And one of the most recurring questions is like, "What's wrong with you? Are you fine? Are you okay? Have you tried therapy?" And so this, yeah, the question of the day is inspired by that. Yes, I've tried therapy. Yes, I've had a lot of therapy. The first time I had a therapist was in early, it was in early childhood, middle childhood. And then that didn't work because I was really shy and quiet. And then I don't know, like I don't know, it was very weird. I feel like all of the therapy I had up to the last therapy I've ever had was kind of a series of games where I figure out, okay, how quiet should I be? I don't want him to tell my mom. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to be stopped. I don't want anyone to fix me. I want to make myself worse. And then it was also like, okay, how dangerous can I sound? How much can I scare these people? That was really fun. And then yeah, and then I found my home in DBT, and I haven't had therapy since, but it's the therapy that saved my life. It's the best I've ever had. Let's see. Gave me space to talk about my problems. Did nothing. Never did. As far as I could tell, nothing. Never had any. Never had it. But does playing Doom count with heavy metal music or listening to sad lo-fi music while you cry count? I think it counts for like, yeah, I think that's therapeutic. Okay, I'll take it. It's given me more self-awareness. First two therapists I saw sucked. There's a nice saying I like in the world of DBT that you can be a great patient and you can find a great therapist, but you just might not be great for one another. It's kind of like loving relationships, right? You might know someone that would make a great husband, but you don't want them to be your husband necessarily, right? Or wife or whatever. Anyway, don't date your therapist. Has it helped anyone? Paying crazy white women for life advice is not that great. Good Maxine bot sell. So yeah, I mean, you can make that argument if you, I think especially if you haven't experienced a mental illness, right? My belief is that everyone, whether they're mentally ill or not, can find some benefit from therapy. Because but again, it doesn't mean every therapist or every mode of therapy will be good for everyone, but I think anyone can find benefit, but especially for people who have mental illnesses, because I know it's unpopular in certain circles. My family is one of those circles, but to believe this, but yeah, mental illnesses are real. They're very real. They're sometimes biological as well as psychological. You know, I don't there's not just a whole bunch of people pretending to suffer for no, for no good reason, for shits and giggles. So, um before I started DBT, I kept trying to end my life. I would say like at least once a year. Sometimes with, closer to success than others. And then after DBT, I stopped trying to end my life. So if I got nothing else out of it, I would say that that was the best thing I got out of it. Like, now the urge to die is still there, something I still have, but I no longer have this, like, extreme willingness to try to follow through, right? Um, It was a very, and I don't ruminate over it as much. Like, I will get the urge, it comes and goes, but yeah, now I know how to like just treat it as a thought. Anyway, I won't get too much in detail. Didn't work. Therapist needed a therapist because of me. So, the consultant and others, I would say sometimes you just gotta shop around. Been more helpful. Mm, with the correct one, it's helpful and useful. for those who need it or want it. That's another important thing. If you want to be there and you want to get better, that makes a world of difference. When you don't believe in it, yeah, it's might not help you all that much. Maybe medications can to some extent. Helped immensely. Ah, it's fun if you're invested. Trial and error. Never had any. Thank you, Rio. Sorry, dialectical behavioral therapy is what it is. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't. I thought I said it, but maybe I didn't. Wanted to come up with a joke. Every single of those felt like I needed one. But anyway, I'm not saying everyone in here needs to have therapy. Do whatever you want. It's your life, man. It's your life, bruh. If you're having a good life, if you're rolling with the punches and it's working out okay for you, then whatever. Do what you want to do. But if you're struggling, and you feel like you're alone and you feel like nothing has helped and you have the resources and access to make it happen, maybe try it. Maybe give it a try. I don't know. Anyway. Um, do I have today? I was gonna whisper to you guys a little bit. I don't want to. You don't deserve it. I don't want to whisper to you. I'm mad at you. You're so. Mm. You made a kitty cat really, really mad. Meow. So mad. Meow. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Wow. Okay, I'll whisper a little bit. Good, fuck the whispering. I'll do it just because you said that. But don't fuck the whispering. Wait, you're not allowed to fuck it because I'm pretty sure the whispering is saving itself for marriage. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. I'll just do a little bit. This is not even for your sake. Honestly, this is for me. I want to whisper this and try to like let it sink into my brain. This is foreshadowing. I'm foreshadowing right now. Man, man. I think I could read this like 80 times and still not get any closer to understanding. But I'm gonna try anyway. I'm gonna be stubborn and I'm gonna try anyway. I don't even know how to whisper. I'm a broken cat. Good morning, unusually panda. Good morning, chili apple. Meow meow. Okay, here we go. The orders of growth. The previous examples illustrate that processes can differ considerably in the rates at which they consume computational resources. One convenient way to describe this difference is to use the notion of order of growth to obtain a gross measure of the resources required by a process as the input becomes larger. Let n be a parameter that measures the size of the problem, and let R of n be the amount of resources the process requires for a problem of size n. In our previous examples, we took n to be the number for which a given function is to be computed, but there are other possibilities. For instance, if our goal is to compute an approximation of the square root of a number, we might take n to be the number of digits accuracy required. For matrix multiplication, we might take n to be the number of rows in the matrices. In general, there are a number of properties of the problem with respect to which it will be desirable to analyze a given process. Similarly, R of n measure number of internal storage registers used, the number of elementary machine operations performed, and so on. In computers that only do a fixed number of operations at a time, the time required will be proportional to the number of elementary machine operations performed. We say that R of n has an order of growth of theta f of n, written R of n equals theta f of n, pronounced theta of f of n. There are positive consonants k1 and k2 independent of n, such that k1 times f of n is less than or greater to R of n is less than or greater to k2 times f of n for any sufficiently large value of n. In other words, for large n, the value R of n is sandwiched between k1 times f of n and k2 times f of n. For instance, with the linear recursive process for computing factorials described in section 1.2.1, the number of steps grows proportionally to the input n. Thus, the steps required for this process grows as theta of n. We also saw that the space required grows as theta of n. For the iterative factorial, the number of steps is still theta of n, but the space is theta of 1. That is constant. The tree recursive Fibonacci computation requires theta phi to the n steps and space theta of n, where phi is the golden ratio as described in section 1.2.2. Meow, meow. Orders of growth provide only a crude description of the behavior of a process. For example, a process requiring n squared steps and a process requiring 1,000 n squared steps and a process requiring 3n to the second plus 10n plus 17 steps all have theta n to the second order of growth. On the other hand, order of growth provides a useful indication of how we may expect the behavior of the process to change as we change the size of the problem. For theta of n linear process, doubling the size will roughly double the amount of resources used. For an exponential process, each increment in the problem size will multiply the resource utilization by a constant factor. In the remainder of section 1.2, we will examine two algorithms whose orders of growth is logarithmic, doubling the problem's the resource requirement by a constant. Okay, I'm done. That didn't help at all, though. I've read this like 4 times. It hasn't helped at all. Anyway, you're welcome, Oni-chan. Man, I don't like whispering. It's cringe. I gotta go. Here's a quote. The life short, the craft so long to learn. This was stolen by some dude named Jeff. You guys know this guy named Jeff? No, Geoffrey Chaucer. That's from a poem. Parliament of fowls, written in Middle English in the late 14th century. Can you say so? Yeah. It's like a rendering. He plagiarized Hippocrates' famous line, ars longa vita brevis. It goes more, there's more and more and more. Of course you hate Chaucer. Of course you hate Chaucer. I'm so glad that I brought him up. Bye, Little Kate. Thank you for wishing me bye. The guy was kind of neat. 6 to 7 months. Yeah, the life is. Ah. uh, so Black Tea Remos, I'll be looking forward to reading your explanation of Big O. Every time I read about Big O, I can't help but think like a gooner. Why do they have to call it that? Or is it supposed to be like a pun? Like, do they call it Big O because it's suspicious? Is that why? Um, yeah. Ouch. You are a gooner. I know. Stories were boring. Had to write a lot about Canterbury Tales. No, the Canterbury Tales slap. What are you talking about? Wait. Yes, I remember this. No, listen. So here's a story about a girl who gets raped, and now her dad is gonna force the rapist to marry her or something. No, Oni-chan, you have no idea how relevant your words are to today's earlier stream. I can't explain it now because I have to end the stream. It's been 31 minutes, but oh boy, is it relevant. I'm reading something that's very similar. Anyway, gotta go. Bye. The stream is over. I love you. Thank you for coming to the stream. Thank you for letting me do silly cat girl things. I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, did I say slap? Sorry. The story plaps. Plap, 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 plap. You get it? You get it? It's funny, right? It's funny. Okay, bye.